Shalom, peace, love, and light to the tribe. It's your boy Sir Fook. We already know we along with the divine. For real, I wanted to just get on here for me and talk about this election. And all the stuff behind it, and how this election is really just like it's like a fucking time paradox mind fuck, right? Cause even if you didn't participate in the ritual, aka the voting, right? Because you got to understand, right, when you go to the polls, right, which are the polls, understand the polls, right? Pillars, polls. You go into the polls and you're going to motherfucking vote. Not VOTE, but VOLT, right? I was going to earlier make a video about the truth about voting, and everybody should know this before they start voting, but I ain't get around to the video because I'm like, bro, like, this should really be common knowledge, but it's not going to stop nobody from actually going into the polls and actually giving your actual vote or energy. So what happens is when you actually go and vote, you are putting your faith or giving your energy into the individual that you wrote down on that motherfucking piece of paper, right? So let's say you did vote for Trump. Let's say you did vote for Biden, right? Whatever Trump or Biden does within their presidential term, right, is on you, nigga. It's on you because you are responsible because you voted for him. VOLT, nigga. You voted for them motherfuckers. So you got to understand this as well. Trump, in his term, he was fighting pretty hard to keep gun laws active, right? And Biden, he is more so around the lines of enemy territory. Biden does not give zero fucks. He understands that he can manipulate the majority of the voters who, and this is how they get y'all to vote, right? They will use certain things, right? For example, 4 years ago when Trump, I don't even know who the fuck Trump was going. Oh, he was going against Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's what they do. They'll try to use a female to get y'all to vote. Ooh, this will be new, right? We might get a female president who was going to be Hillary Clinton, who's the fucking devil, right? And she's still fighting charges right now with child pornography on her laptop and a bunch of other child sex trafficking rings and shit that she's tied into. The lady is literally the devil. But understand this, right? Joe Biden, okay? Joe Biden, he a little smart with it, right? He chose a melanated female as his vice president. That's how you know ain't nobody really rocking with Joe Biden, because if you ever went to a Trump rally, you will see millions of motherfucking rednecks there with the fucking Trump hat on, sitting there going, yeah! But if you ever been to a Biden, ain't nobody going to no damn Biden rally. Don't nobody give a fuck about dude. They care about the fact that he might actually pass away in office and we might have our first black female president. But we already know Kamala Harris isn't actually a black female. She's not African and she's not American, okay? She's literally like Indian or some other shit, right? And she has a reputation for actually being a lot more, aggressive towards melanated individuals in the courtrooms. So usually, and this is why it's important for people to actually do their research and not vote based off the emotional phases at the time, because when you do that, like, you gotta understand you have participated, right? So whatever actually happens as far as after the inauguration, which I don't even think the inauguration is gonna happen. It's supposed to happen in January the 20th. Yeah, January 20th is when the inauguration is supposed to happen, and I don't even think we're gonna actually get there. I think some way, shape, or form Trump is going to try to take it to federal court and prove that they were actually cheating in the polls. Because, bro, like, if you have a brain, if you understand, and you actually got eyes to see, ears to hear, right, it's pretty motherfucking obvious that somebody was cheating. I don't give a fuck if you think it was the Republicans or you think it was the Democrats. But any vote counted after November 3rd at 8 o'clock isn't valid. And they was counting votes for like 3-4 days after. And if you ever look, bro, go check out Young Pharaoh's most recent upload, where it's like a 4-hour video. he goes and he literally proves that the Democratic Party was still counting votes after 8 o'clock. And he even showed proof of people who were fraudulently adding polls into the count. And you got to understand, bro, like, I actually feel bad for the American people, because it's literally people out here who have faith in the system and actually believe, and they vote, and they don't understand that they literally just cause their own self-destruction. Biden is in cahoots with motherfucking China. China wants America. China already owns America, and that's just giving them, you feel me, more plausibility to actually be able to come in here and actually be more militarized or be more forceful with their agendas. And Biden is all for the agendas because of the ritual that he was doing with the black mask. Really, I'm not tapped into politics or like that, but I'm still consciously aware of what the fuck is actually going on. So you got to understand, Biden is going to, if he does some way, shape, or form get his ass into office, right? He will be promoting agendas left and right. He is not going to try to take the mask away. He is more than likely going to try to mandate masks, right? So you better become a motherfucking entrepreneur. You better get out there and start making money on your own, because they're going to start mandating these vaccines, mandating these masks, mandating these little pointer things that they put at your forehead and shit. So start becoming more self-sufficient. I'm not here to promote no fear. And also understand, like, either way, this would have went. This is why so much division and separation within the country right now. It's more divided than it ever has been, right? We got people losing friends, family, kin, all that over a damn election about two white motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. And they talking about one person racist, but they don't realize that both of them racist in the goddamn first place. They think Biden is not racist because he chose a melanated female as his vice president, which is literally just a mind fuck. They're trying to get you into this shit. So, bro, nowadays you gotta be super. Like, the end of this year is going to be very intense. Okay, make sure that you align with the divine. Make sure that you protecting your energy at all costs. Make sure that you being very aware and cognitive of what you actually putting into your perception and what you actually programming your subconscious mind with, because their goal, right, is to get into your subconscious mind, right, via the social media, via the television, via they just want to make it seem like they have some actual power, which your power is actually your sovereignty. They are going to try to, create some way, shape, or form a civil war, and it may not necessarily be an actual, for me, war, but it actually could be. Like, we literally going through a process of where Trump supporters, they're mad now. Biden supporters, they're still mad too. So we gonna see how this year go. We gonna see how this energy is. Stay aligned, right? Understand the moon cycles. Set your intentions, okay? Don't get caught up in the agendas. Limit your time. I'm telling, bro, limit your time on social media, because that's their biggest weapon and their biggest tool, because that's how they get people into that false reality in the first place, by making you think that it's real, by projecting that on your phone, which is their source, okay? That's their source. This shit is fake. So stay off of the social media unless you want to get programmed, or unless you need to get programmed, okay? On some real shit. So just make sure you protecting your energy at all costs, because it's gonna be a lot of white motherfucking rednecks out here that's truly Saudi, okay? Because people that were voting for Trump, a lot of the rednecks and the white motherfuckers that was voting for Trump weren't even voting for Trump, bro. They were voting against black people. That's what they were trying to do, vote against, and they're being manipulated too, and they don't understand they're pawns as well. Everybody's a pawn in this shit. That's why it's good, to just separate yourself from the game in the first place and not participate in the Hunger Games, right? Become an observer of this shit so you can capitalize on what's actually going on. Pay attention to the financial markets. Understand that the moon moves the markets. Understand that when these people tweet, these people tech, do all this extra shit, this is opportunities for you to create abundance, right? So don't be caught up in their agendas, man. Just protect your energy at all costs. You already know how we going, man. Sir Fuqua gang shit. We out.